All right, welcome everyone. Today we're taking a deep dive into Nigeria's future.
So exciting.
It is, and we're focusing on one specific source, a video called What Nigeria Will Be in the Future. But this isn't your typical Talking Heads documentary, oh no.
Definitely not.
This is like a visual explosion, vibrant scenes from all over Nigeria, animated charts, symbolic imagery, you name it. And it's not just about predicting what's to come, it's a call to action for viewers to actually shape that future.
I love that approach.
Me too. So let's unpack what we can learn from this unique perspective. What
Mhm.
struck me right away was how the video throws this powerful statistic at you. Over 60% of Nigeria's population is under 25 years old.
Yeah, that's a staggering number, over 60% under 25. That has a massive impact. Having such a young population, it really influences a nation's development.
In what ways?
Well, it's like a double-edged sword, right?
Yeah.
On one side, you've got this incredible potential, so much energy, innovation, a real drive to build a brighter future. But it also presents a huge challenge. To really harness that energy, Nigeria needs to provide access to quality education, healthcare, and economic opportunities.
Yeah.
If they don't, that same energy could turn into frustration, even instability.
That makes sense.
And don't forget, Nigeria's population is projected to explode like over 400 million people by 2050.
Wow.
Yeah, that would make it the third most populous country globally. Your scale of it all is just enormous.
So managing this youth bulge, it's absolutely key to Nigeria's future.
Absolutely. It's a defining factor.
Now, the video also talks about a shift in Nigeria's economy, right? Moving away from being so oil dependent and becoming more diversified.
Exactly. It specifically highlights three sectors:
Yeah.
renewable energy, agriculture, and fintech. Each one plays a crucial role in transforming their economy.
Let's break those down. Starting with renewable energy, what advantages does Nigeria have that could make it a leader in this field?
Well, geographically, they're blessed. They've got sunshine in abundance, strong winds, even geothermal potential.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. This means they have the raw materials for all sorts of renewable energy sources. And what's fascinating is if they invest strategically, solar power, wind power, things like that, they wouldn't just meet their own growing energy needs sustainably, but they could actually become a major exporter of clean energy to their neighbors.
Oh, that's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. Becoming a regional energy hub.
Right. It's a real possibility.
But wouldn't switching to renewables require a massive overhaul of their existing infrastructure?
It would. And that's where the idea of smart cities comes in. The video shows cities like Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, all transformed into these technologically advanced urban centers.
Okay, I get the idea. But what exactly makes a city smart? What does that look like on the ground?
Imagine integrated systems managing everything. Traffic flow, energy consumption, waste disposal, public safety, all optimized.
Oh.
Through sensors collecting data everywhere, AI analyzing it all, algorithms making everything as efficient and sustainable as possible.
So it's not just about plugging in solar panels, it's a whole different way of thinking about how a city functions.
Right. It's intelligent transportation networks, water management, improving living conditions overall. Technology is the tool to address urban challenges and create a future that's livable and sustainable.
So a smart city is less about shiny gadgets and more about using tech to make life better for the people who actually live there.
Exactly. It's people-centric at its core.
Now, the video also strongly emphasizes the importance of education.
Oh, absolutely. It stresses universal access to quality education at all levels.
Makes sense.
But it goes beyond just basic literacy. It's about creating an environment where their universities are producing top-notch talent scientists, engineers, entrepreneurs.
People who will drive their economy forward.
Precisely. Building a knowledge-based economy.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
But honestly, can a country aiming to be a tech hub still rely so heavily on agriculture?
That's the key question. And the video actually addresses that directly. What's intriguing is how it flips the script. It doesn't see agriculture and technology as competing forces, but as complements.
Oh, tell me more about that.
Imagine this. Using technology to modernize agriculture completely. Drones surveying fields for optimized planting, precision irrigation, data-driven crop management to boost yields.
So it's not about abandoning farming, it's about empowering it with technology.
Exactly. It's a vision where Nigeria not only feeds its rapidly growing population, but becomes a major player in the global food market.
That's amazing. It's incredible how technology can transform even the most traditional sectors.
It's really powerful.
Speaking of transformation, how does the video address Nigeria's incredible cultural heritage?
It highlights their music, fashion, literature, film. It's like this vibrant tapestry woven into Nigeria's global identity.
Beautiful imagery.
And the vision is a future where Nigerian culture continues to gain recognition, influencing global trends, captivating audiences worldwide.
Yeah, that's awesome. But we've covered so much demographics, the economy, smart cities, tech and agriculture, even culture. Can any of this truly succeed without unity in Nigeria? I mean, it's a diverse nation with so many different ethnic groups, religions, and regions.
You've hit the nail on the head. The video is very clear that overcoming those divides, the regional, ethnic, and religious differences, is essential for Nigeria to reach its full potential.
So it's not just about economic growth, it's about social cohesion as well.
Exactly. The video envisions a future where inclusivity and respect for every citizen are paramount. A future where everyone feels a sense of belonging and shared purpose.
That's a powerful vision, but let's be realistic. Nigeria faces massive challenges. Corruption, insecurity, inequality. How can such deeply ingrained issues be
You're
addressed?
right, those are formidable challenges, and the video doesn't shy away from them. What's crucial is that it doesn't sugarcoat anything. It argues that confronting these issues head-on, with honesty, transparency, and a commitment to justice, is the only way to build a truly sustainable future.
That's a lot to unpack. We've covered so much ground already, but there's clearly much more to explore. Let's dive deeper into those challenges and how Nigeria might overcome them in the next part of our deep dive.
So we're back, ready to dig deeper into those challenges facing Nigeria.
Yeah, the video definitely got me thinking about how powerful a shared vision for the future can be. But I keep coming back to those big issues we touched on: corruption, insecurity, inequality. They just feel so ingrained, you know? How can they really be tackled effectively?
It's true, they're not simple problems, no easy fixes here. But what I find so compelling is that the video doesn't shy away from these tough realities. It acknowledges them and suggests facing them head on is the only way.
So, not just focusing on the positive and hoping for the best.
No, not at all. The video argues that real progress needs honesty, transparency, and a commitment to tackling the hard stuff. Sweeping problems under the rug, that just makes them worse down the line.
Yeah, that makes sense. It calls for a systemic approach then, getting to the root causes, not just treating symptoms.
Exactly. And this ties back to the smart cities concept we talked about. Could technology actually help address those deep-rooted issues?
Hmm, that's an interesting thought. I hadn't considered that connection before.
Think about it. Technology can increase transparency and accountability. Imagine digital platforms being used for all public procurement.
So, less opportunity for shady deals and backroom handshakes.
Exactly. It becomes much harder for corruption to thrive in the shadows.
Instead of relying on old systems that are vulnerable to, well, let's say manipulation, you're using tech to make everything more open.
Precisely. And technology can also play a role in addressing insecurity. Advanced surveillance systems, predictive analytics, those can help improve crime prevention and response.
But wouldn't that raise concerns about privacy and civil liberties, using all that surveillance tech?
You're absolutely right, that's a valid concern. Striking the right balance between security and freedom, using technology ethically and responsibly, that's crucial. It can't become a tool for oppression.
It's a fine line to walk. What about inequality? Can technology actually level the playing field in that sense?
One of the most promising areas there is financial inclusion. The video highlights the rise of fintech in Nigeria. Platforms like mobile money, they're already transforming things, giving millions access to financial services who were previously excluded.
Ah, so instead of needing traditional banks, people can use their phones for everything, sending money, payments, even getting microloans.
Exactly. This empowers individuals, especially women and those in rural areas, to participate in the economy. Technology breaking down those barriers, creating opportunities for everyone.
I'm seeing how technology can be this force for positive change, even in tackling issues that seem so deep-rooted. But it can't just be about algorithms and data, right? There's a human element here too, people working together.
Absolutely. Technology is a tool, a powerful one, but it's that human spirit, the will to create a better future, that truly drives progress. The video emphasizes Nigerians taking ownership of their destiny, working together to overcome these challenges.
It's inspiring to see that kind of optimism and determination. But let's be realistic for a second. What are some of the biggest obstacles that could stand in the way of achieving this vision?
One of the key challenges will be overcoming vested interests. Those who benefit from the status quo, from the corruption or inequality, they're likely to resist change.
Yeah, I can see that. Change can be threatening, especially if it disrupts existing power dynamics.
Exactly. Another hurdle is ensuring that the benefits of growth and development are shared equitably. It's not enough to just grow the economy. It has to be about creating opportunities for all Nigerians to participate and prosper.
So ensuring progress doesn't just benefit a select few at the top.
Precisely. It has to lift everyone up.
Now, what about the role of the international community in all of this? Can other countries play a part in supporting Nigeria's journey?
That's a crucial question. The video doesn't explicitly address international collaboration, but it's implicit in that message of interconnectedness. No nation exists in a vacuum. You know, global partnerships are essential.
So it's not just about cheering from the sidelines, it's about active engagement and support. What are some tangible ways other countries can contribute?
Well, there's foreign direct investment, for one, investing in key sectors like renewable energy, infrastructure, technology that can drive economic growth and create jobs.
Yeah.
But it needs to be responsible, sustainable investment, benefiting both Nigeria and the investors.
A true partnership, then, not just exploitation.
Exactly. Another important area is development assistance. Supporting programs that strengthen education, healthcare, good governance, it can have a huge impact on people's lives. But this assistance needs to align with Nigeria's priorities, empowering local communities rather than creating dependency.
So working together as partners, not just donors and recipients.
Precisely. And then there's knowledge sharing and collaboration on issues like climate change and security.
Right, those are global challenges that require global solutions.
Nigeria can learn from other countries who've successfully implemented renewable energy projects or developed new ways to combat terrorism. It's about sharing those lessons learned.
This deep dive has really opened my eyes to the complexities of shaping a nation's future. We've talked about the challenges, the potential solutions, the importance of international collaboration. But one question keeps nagging at me. How can individuals, people like me who are inspired by this vision but feel far removed from the situation, how can we make a meaningful contribution?
That's such an important question and one we're going to explore in the final part of our deep dive.
Hmm.
We'll look at practical steps that individuals can take, from raising awareness and advocating for policy changes to supporting organizations working on the ground.
I'm really eager to hear more about that. It's inspiring to think that even from afar, we can play a role in shaping a brighter future for Nigeria and ultimately for the world. Welcome back, everyone. This deep dive into Nigeria's future has been eye-opening, to say the least. We've covered so much, from the youth bulge and the power of tech to the need for global collaboration.
It really highlights the complexities involved, doesn't it? But for me, what stands out is that Nigeria's future is ultimately being shaped by the aspirations of its people. It's a story that's still being written, full of possibilities.
And that brings up a question I'm sure many listeners have. What role can we play in this story? Especially those of us not directly involved in Nigerian politics or development work. How can we make a difference from afar? You mentioned some tangible actions before.
Absolutely. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by these global challenges, to think our individual actions don't matter much. But I truly believe collective change starts with individual awareness and engagement.
So where do we begin? What's step one on this path?
For me, it always starts with education. Before you can effectively contribute to any cause, you need to understand it. So I encourage everyone listening to delve deeper into Nigeria, its history, culture, what's happening there today.
Sounds like a good reading list is in order.
Definitely. Read books by Nigerian authors, explore their music and films, follow Nigerian news outlets and thought leaders. The more you learn, the more informed and nuanced your perspective becomes.
It's that continuous learning process, right? Not just absorbing info, but actively seeking out diverse viewpoints and challenging our own assumptions.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
once you have a better understanding, you can start identifying areas where you feel most drawn to contribute. Maybe you're passionate about education, healthcare, environmental sustainability, or supporting women entrepreneurs.
Finding that personal connection to the issues.
Right. Then find organizations doing great work in those areas in Nigeria and see how you can get involved.
So, aligning your passions with the needs on the ground. You mentioned supporting organizations. What
Uh,
does that actually look like?
There are so many ways. You can donate to reputable NGOs working in Nigeria, volunteer your time or skills remotely, even participate in fundraising or awareness-raising campaigns. Every bit helps.
And even if someone can't donate or volunteer right now, there are still ways to be supportive.
Absolutely. One of the most powerful tools is our voice. Talk to your friends and family about what you're learning. Share articles on social media. Write to your elected officials advocating for policies that support sustainable development and human rights in Nigeria.
So it's about amplifying the voices of Nigerians and advocating for change on a larger scale. It's amazing how these individual actions, while seemingly small, can have a ripple effect.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of conscious consumerism. Support Nigerian businesses, artists, creators. When you travel, consider visiting Nigeria and experiencing its vibrant culture firsthand.
It's about recognizing that our everyday choices have an impact, and we can use that impact for good. The video touched on this idea of interconnectedness, how Nigeria's future is intertwined with global trends and challenges, and that international collaboration is key. But what does that look like beyond aid and development assistance?
It's about building genuine partnerships based on mutual respect and shared goals, recognizing that every nation has something to offer and something to gain from collaboration, supporting innovation and knowledge sharing, working together on issues like climate change, poverty, conflict.
It's about shifting away from that old donor-recipient dynamic and embracing a more equitable, collaborative approach to global development.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And it's about amplifying the voices of those often marginalized in these global conversations. Supporting Nigeria isn't about helping them. It's about recognizing our shared humanity and working together to create a more just and sustainable world for everyone.
This deep dive has been such a learning experience. We've unpacked the complexities of Nigeria's future, explored the challenges and opportunities, the power of technology, and the importance of individual action and global collaboration.
And as we wrap up, the key takeaway for me is this. The future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we create. We all have a role to play in shaping a better world, whether through our choices, our community engagement, or our advocacy for positive change.
So, to everyone listening, we leave you with this final thought. What will your contribution be? How will you use your knowledge, your voice, and your actions to help create a brighter future for Nigeria and for all of us? Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep believing in the power.